about to go do the peace walk.
I want you to keep that image in your mind. Because when we see all of this stuff on TV about soldiers dying, about the terrorist bombs, it's really somebody's mom and dad, brothers and sisters that are dying there. Every day. And it looks like a movie to me. You know, most of the time I don't even think that it's somebody's mom and dad or a kid. And that's how I started a speech I gave at Toastmasters about 8 years ago. And I went on, I said, think of the benefits of we would have if we had peace in the world. And then I also thought about, think of a dad coming back from a picnic with his kids. Gets to his house. No house. No village. No place where he works. How he must feel inside. You know, we live in a wonderful country that for the most part is peaceful. I was just thinking this morning, the most noise I heard was the running water as I was shaving and the noise in my shower. That was what I heard. And that's what I hear most every day. So, going back, that's how I started to do this Pray for Peace mission. Now what happened was, when I gave that speech, my goal was not to pray for peace, by the way. It was just to get an A for the speech, you know? And I got an A. And as I was giving the speech, or as I was preparing the speech, there it goes, there you go. Friends of mine sent me this picture. I made a card up like this. Not as good as this, by the way.
You can see that kind of lifestyle change.
The speech. And I was finished the speech, and I got an A. And I was done. But I had about 200 extra of these cards. Blank cards. You buy them at Staples, you could be anything you want. You know, I could be a lawyer one day, a doctor, you know, you just print them on your computer. It's a wonderful thing. You know? So anyhow, I had these blank cards, and I said, I thought of my mother. Oh, she used to say, waste not, want not. So I decided to print those cards up and hand them out. And it was difficult. I knew I was doing a good thing, but I was constantly thinking about, what does somebody think about me as I'm handing out a card like that? Are they going to think I'm a Jesus freak or something like that? You know, like a real oddball. But I did it anyway, and I made myself do it. And I kept on doing it, and I did it for a while. I gave them out at airports, on the street, never gave it out to people I knew. Right? I can remember handing them out. I do these driving jobs. I came back from Michigan. I was out in Michigan at the time. And I came back to Connecticut, and I had these driving jobs, and I would bring those cards with me. So I was driving this one fellow. He was going to a restaurant on 22nd Street, right off Park Avenue. So I had about 50 of these cards in my car. And I said, I could get out and hand them out on Park Avenue and 22nd Street at rush hour. So there was good news and bad news. The good news is, 20 minutes I got rid of 50 cards. The bad news was it felt like 2 hours. All right? And I said, God,